Ask Me If I Believe in the Future is an exhibition about optimism, about progress, about what is going to happen tomorrow. I think it was an intriguing idea to talk about the future, especially during the unprecedented times of the pandemic.
You came up with this idea and I was completely intrigued by the way you framed it, yeah? That it was, ask me if I believe in the future. And it was, so in a way you addressed me as well, so you're right, it is we also challenged ourselves.
And the idea was to challenge designers to respond to such a huge question, because of course nobody knows what is going to happen in the future, but somebody in the old Greece said that we are here for that, no? We are here to understand what is going to be tomorrow.
But of course the interesting thing is that you challenged designers, or together we decided on a group of 4 different studios. How did you, when you started thinking about which designers you want to challenge, how did you approach that?
Yeah, I thought that, you know, such a universal question could be, the answer to such an universal question could be even more interesting if asked to people from different cultures, from different geographical areas, and yeah, from different backgrounds. And this is nice, Tulga, that me and you, of course, we did not influence at all the results, the project. The projects of the designer are actually the results and the answer to the question. So, but it was nice to realize at the end of our production phase that all designers responded in an optimistic way, more or less.
Yeah. There's not only a sense of hope, there's also a sense of care. So in a way, it's also the projects that are challenging us as a visitor. And in the end, as a museum director, I'm always asking myself, what will my audience take along? What will they get out of these wonderful projects? And I can see they're very interesting, different challenges again. So again, the designers kind of challenge our audience to think about how we can take care about our earth or our food or our well-being and being together, or being self-sufficient in trying to understand that we can do things quite easy in our neighborhood as well.
The result of this exhibition gives a very clear menu of what are the issues that are going on now. I mean, one project is talking about immigration, refugee coming back to home, and this is the one of Erez. I think that it touched the subject of food, which is like a priority for us. Design itself, I think it is a word that it has the connotation of future inside. Like Zaven, they responded with a series of objects which are very useful for us, from, you know, from a dress to object to drinks and all the things. And then the last one, object of common interest, they are so talented in making a subject an universal one.
Design, it's not about what are the issues so much for designers themselves, but designers are mediators, they are communicators, they're translators, and for that all the 4 projects give us a very strong idea of what designers can do as very productive people. As a museum director, I mean, we have an amazing collection, and we have a lot of wonderful curators in the house. But it is important for us to get, you know, to always get like little infusions or injections of somebody wonderful like you, Maria Cristina, where it kind of helps us to also connect us to the contemporary world again. I mean, design is what makes our world. I mean, that's what I'm trying to introduce in this museum as a basic kind of sense of being and understanding, that it's our mission to help our audience to understand that they can use different tools and to understand how design affects the world, and that they should be able to be part of this discussion and not just look at pots and tables and say, oh, I'm not interested in, but get into other themes. So that's why projects like this are important.
So the designer had to put their head on and come up with a practical answer to a theoretic question,
yeah.
which is very much, you know, what is the project is about.
To me, Ask Me If I Believe in the Future is a show that addresses a critical, challenging question, and at the same time gives different answers. So ideally, my audience or our audience is intrigued to understand that the world is broad and beautiful, has to be taken care of, and that design is one way of doing that in a productive, constructive way.
What is the future of design? Maybe it would be much more worth it to say, how can we design our future? Because as we said, the design is something that is actually living with us, and yes, maybe it can create tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And if you ask me if I believe in the future, the only way I can survive is that I believe in the future. If I stop believing in the future, I stop working, I give up. This is too much to take. So I try to get myself together and keep on believing in the future and making good projects and working in this house, working with you, working with great designers gives me the energy to keep on believing in the future.